Hello, internet. Hello, world. Hi, welcome. My name is DM Dan, and this is Explorers of Elsewhere live. Hello. We are broadcasting live to your eyeballs and your ear holes, perhaps with a smidge of lag. If there are any lag gremlins that are still accosting me, but hopefully we're going to be okay. Speaking of gremlins, hi Nate.
Hi.
Hi Livy.
Hello.
Hi Georgia.
Hello.
Hi Theo.
Hey.
Hi Tim.
Hello.
How are we all doing in this post-Halloween world?
Sad. Halloween is over.
But Mariah Carey's
Full
here.
of illness.
Theo.
Any moment.
Don't. The physical reaction to Mariah Carey there.
The barrier is weakening.
Yeah.
We'll be here soon.
Maybe it's Mariah that's slowing down my internet connection. Maybe it's everyone has just gone like, oh, it's now the 3rd of November. I need to play Mariah Carey on every available device in my house. But yeah, this is a Mariah Carey free zone for now. Instead, what we're going to be doing is playing some Daggerheart. If you didn't see it on the thumbnail, we're on episode 19 of 20. This is the penultimate episode. Your journey across the Titan Isles has been fraught with danger, fraught with peril, but there have been some upsides. There have been some good times. But we find our heroes having freshly, I guess, unlocked the greatest secret of this mysterious white marble facility, vault deep within the mountain on the southeastern isle of the Titan Isles. And you've met a peculiar figure, a peculiar thing. Who would like to start asking questions? Because I'm hoping you 5 have quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is quite normal, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. just everyday stuff. It's Mariah Carey. That's who this figure is. Right. Shall we jump into it?
Yes, please.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hello, I'm Nate, and I'll be playing Griffin, a Sanguivar bard.
Hi, I'm Livy, and I'm playing Abe, the Guardian Keeper.
Hello, my name is Theo, and I'll be playing Cooper, a Dragon Scent rogue.
Hi, my name is Georgia, and I'll be playing Cassandra, an Asavar sorcerer.
Hi, I'm Tim, and I'm playing Ghadi, Majani Druid.
And my name is DM Dan, the games master in this adventure. There is a quiet beauty in the calm before the storm, a stillness that settles over the world like a held breath. It is in this fragile moment between turmoil and triumph that tension of what is to come lingers in the air. Yet within that silence lies a strange kind of peace. We see one another more clearly, stripped of urgency or fear, and find truths about ourselves that chaos might otherwise drown out. Rest in these moments is not idleness. It is reflection, preparation, and the gathering of strength. For the storm of conflict will come, a herald of Ekso's wanton destruction, testing what we have learned and who we have become. But when we rise to meet it, we do so not as we were, but as something tempered, sharper and more certain of our purpose. A red sky burns over the Titan Isles. The end is nigh. And so, we find the five of you, plus Kygphran, stood atop an approximately 30 to 40 foot wide dais in the center of a large spherical room made of the same glossy white marble that now adorns some of your armor and your clothes. Your armor and your weapons. The room has this cold, almost alien feel to it. And you are, now that you have a moment to catch your breath, you feel as if the very air you are breathing is millennia old. Between the six of you, in an egg-shaped pod made of the same white marble as everything else, is a figure. This figure stares at you unblinking from behind a mask of sharp edges and geometric shapes. The grey robe that hangs off its head drapes low over a breastplate made of the same marble material, and a four-pointed diamond attached to the front of the hood of the robe thrums and ebbs almost like a heartbeat in a cold jade green glow. And the figure's words echo almost as a memory of it saying it. "Who are you?" the figure inquires.
I think maybe Cooper would talk because he was the one who touched the egg. Like, I'm kind of a bit overwhelmed by whatever this is. Never seen anything like. Just to confirm, Dan, just so we're clear, we've never seen anything like this. Like this sort of technology isn't really something that none of us would ever have seen before, apart from obviously the stuff we saw with the soldiers and the rifles previous. There's just no way on like elsewhere we'd have seen this anywhere else.
So, yeah, the soldiers of the Imperium that you've encountered since kind of making your way to this mountain, it is clear that their kind of technology, their grasp of the technology is seemingly above that of Avamor's. But it's still recognizable enough that you can recognize that it is more advanced in
like high science, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It looks like a development, like a progression of what you or Cass or Griffin or whoever uses or has seen in the streets of Avamor. However, as you stare upon this like seemingly masked figure, and you take a moment to glance around the rest of this kind of spherical room, and you can see the deactivated forms of the golems that you encountered on the way in. And I suspect for some of you, I mean, especially you, Coop, if you're a bit of a vault plunderer. Golems aren't unique, like they aren't special, they aren't uncommon, but there is a certain, say, alien intent, like a philosophy that seems to have constructed the figure that you see in front of you, the golems around you, this whole facility. You can't even begin to kind of figure out where things were inspired from. So fundamentally, yes, this seems, in a world of magic, this seems magical.
I think like Cooper will, like, his hands will be kind of not up in surrender, but like up in, like, you know, friendly. Friends. We're friends.
Cass's hand is on her pistol.
Yes, she would. The rifle. Yes.
Okay.
We are a friend.
As you say that, you notice the figure. So the figure in this pod, like, has slowly turned its head to face you, and then as you speak, Cass, the figure kind of turns its head to regard you as well. But there's you can almost sense this slow kind of weight. There's a weight behind its motions. Like nothing seems to be. It's like a movement of pure efficiency. And as you say, friends, Cooper, there is a slight. You feel the pod in front of you shakes slightly, and the front begins to peel down and slide into the dais of, like, the floor below you, and the figure, no longer confined, takes a step forward and stands in front of the six of you. Query. What has befallen this vault?
Cooper will, like, mouth help to Cass. He's like, just follow me.
I don't know what's going on. Can Cass sense anything magical about this with her magic sense? Does it feel magical?
There is an impressive magical aura emitting from this individual. But interestingly, like mana by nature ebbs and flows and kind of peaks and troughs. I can only the feeling you get stood in front of this robed figure. It would be like you or I, Georgia, standing in front of an old television emitting white static. Like, for some it's comforting, for others it's grating, but it's constant. It's almost static, yes, a staticky kind of. But I can't imagine you will have ever felt like an arcane emanation like this from anything you've seen before.
I think after this sort of brief exchange with Cooper, Cass will turn to look at this creature, and she'll say, "How long have you been down here?"
Clarification. What is the astrological date?
What is the date, Dan?
We are 3 and a bit years post Eschaton.
Yeah.
3 PE.
Yeah.
3 AE.
Cass will give her understanding of the current date, whatever it happens to be in elsewhere terms, either new or pre-Eschaton.
Okay. As you give a date, we're 3 years post Eschaton. Like when we went into the war, it was the year blah 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 blah. The figure slowly turns its head back to regard you. Error. Given date outside of acknowledged parameters. Incompatible date format.
It's like the Millennium Bug all over again.
The figure, Cass, as this figure kind of has its head turned to you, in this moment, you're able to, now that it's stepped out of its pod, you can see that in the kind of the thin rectangular slits it has for eyes, there is just a darkness. You can't see the glint or the light of living eyes beneath this mask.
I think Cass will turn to, if Ghadi is sort of next to her, she'll go, I think it's some sort of enchanted armor. It feels off.
Correction. System designate Epitaph is a sentient arcane intelligence construct. Purpose: to collect, catalogue, and chronicle knowledge amassed by ancestral designate Eldevar.
What's Kygphran doing right now?
He's just booking it out of him with his book.
He brought us here.
He doesn't have to run faster than this. He just has to run faster than you. No, Kygphran. I mean, we know that Kygphran is relatively unflappable in most things, with this almost smug demeanor about him. He has he's still stood by the console that he retrieved this sort of rectangular book-sized block of light from, and he's sort of pocketed that in his kind of bag. But he is looking towards but this thing calls itself the Epitaph. But Kygphran is looking at the Epitaph, and there is genuine confusion, bewilderment, curiosity, intrigue etched across his face. Kygphran seems absolutely stumped and is fascinated for it.
Dan, what would the oldest wide-scale historical event be that I might have heard of? So maybe a major war or something from ages and ages ago.
The oldest stories would be, myth of creation, the dragons. The 20 Aya and Akam having, and their 18 children creating the peoples of elsewhere. Creating elsewhere, populating it with the peoples and the animals, and sculpting elsewhere to be the beauty that it is. That's the oldest story, and generally accepted, because this is a world where clerics and priests can speak to the gods. I can speak to the dragons.
Epitaph, was it?
Affirmation. Correct.
My name is Ghadi. What do you know of the dragons? What do you know of Aya and Akan?
Declaration. Dragons, beings of divine power. Beings of divine power. The dragons are known to rule over the world designate elsewhere.
Are you from elsewhere?
Affirmation. Correct.
And how long after the dragons were you imprisoned here?
The Epitaph turns its heads to you, and again, like this time, you're kind of locked into this unblinking gaze. So the question was, how long?
I suppose how long after the creation of the dragons was he entombed here?
Statement. Observation. With no formative context for astrological dating, it will be difficult and or inaccurate to answer this question.
How big is this man? Big.
The Epitaph is approximately high
4
7
foot.
4 foot. Yeah, he's just a little short king. No, the Epitaph stands about high 7 feet, like 7 foot, 7 foot.
It's all right. Smaller than Abe.
He's smaller than Abe, but taller than pretty much everyone else. The Epitaph looks up to you and carries on looking at you, Ghadi. Query. Scans of your physical forms indicated that you are not ancestral designate Eldavar. Query. What has become of the Eldavar?
None of us here, Eldavar.
The Epitaph looks like head slowly rotates to regard the 6 of you. Confirmation. Structural similarities with ancestral designate Eldavar. However, respective physical composite forms show deviations. Deviations to known ancestral designate Eldavar parameters.
Is he talking about something that existed before us?
Well, I suppose so. It's Eldavar, Loravar, Sanguivar. Do you reckon it's some kind of before Var? Like an old
Revar?
Keeper?
I mean, that's not even my name, but sure, okay.
Oh, a keeper!
No, I know you're of course you're a keeper.
And Majarni,
Amajonar.
Oh, Abe.
Is there anything in Cass's extensive research, or her family's extensive research of the world? Obviously, it's changed a lot since the war and the eschaton, that would have suggested there is something that we evolved from, or a sense of knowledge of evolution, maybe.
Well, as weird as it is to say, well, I mean, so fundamentally, yes. I mean, in the stories of creation, the dragons started with nothing, created the world, created the skies, the seas, the ground, filled them with stars and life and light, and created the first of the mortals, and we know so that as an Asavar, you know that the Asavar are a kind of an ancestral offshoot of the Lorrivar. Fundamentally, the Lorrivar that decided to kind of scale mountains, build their cities in the mountains. Asavar, literally kind of high, airy ones, airy souls. So in that sense, but then the differences between, whilst there are physical differences between Asavar and Lorrivar, they still have a same kind of core, like shared and like lineage, shared heritage. But never have you ever seen books or scriptures or any research referring to Eldavar. And I guess the thing that you're probably finding a bit odd is that in the space of since this morning, you have heard this term used by the Epitaph to your face, and it's acknowledged you are deviated from understood Eldavar parameters. But the name Eldavar was also mentioned by the Imperial's goblin soldier that you were interrogating.
Yeah.
And used in an almost mocking term, as in a mocking insult, because you didn't know what the Eldavar was. So this, if certainly for you, Cass, this would seem somewhat revelatory, groundbreaking.
Yep. Deeply interested in this little creature, big creature.
Yes.
If,
and sorry, just to conclude, like looking around, you are in this unmistakably ancient, hidden vault that predates your wildest imaginations, filled with technology that we can barely understand. And there is this thing in front of you saying you are derived from Eldavar. So go on, Tim.
Yeah, sorry, I was just wondering, with you mentioning that AC is like a linguistic construct, meaning like, higher altitude elves. Does the elder mean anything to any of us in terms of that word?
It's somewhere between ancient and first.
First Var.
So Var being what, meaning one in a personal term, like I am. So Lorrivar, the literal translation of Lorrivar is noble one, noble soul. Noble person, like noble soul is probably the closest to it. So first souls.
But are
Cooper's head
you
hurts.
are you Eldavar? Says looking at the man.
Response. Negative. System designate Epitaph is a sentient arcane intelligence construct. Purpose: to collect, catalogue, and
Oh, yeah,
chronicle
we've got
knowledge
it.
and
Yeah.
master.
He's an enchanted armor.
Were you made
I
by
told you.
Eldavar?
Affirmation. Correct.
Smart, you know.
Just give Abe a little fist bump.
Smart boys.
Smart boys for life. Right. So you were sent here. Well, you were made by Eldavar to chronicle stuff about Eldavar, but there ain't no Eldavar anymore, and they put you in this tomb, and then we just woke you up. Is that a pretty good summary,
Yeah.
Mr. Epitaph, Sir Epitaph?
Explanation. Ancestral designate Eldavar. A people who exist. Correction. Existed. Upon the world designate elsewhere. Continuation. A thriving singular civilization, successful in the total cultivation of the world designate elsewhere, as well as the paraphysical realms designate elemental planes. Continuation. The Eldavar twisted reality to their whims, harnessing the flow of etheric particulate that is found naturally in all living things. Continuation. Ancestral designate Eldavar strive to learn more and more of arcane designate mana, as knowledge was the only barrier to exponential growth of self and society. Continuation. Error. System designate Epitaph cannot access further records. Subject designate Fall of the Eldavar. Warning reads: knowledge has become the death of us. We have learned too much. End warning. Kygphran steps forward and steps forward along in amongst the five of you. He's a walking library, a walking encyclopedia, and that's why they locked him up.
Well, I guess too much knowledge can corrupt, maybe.
Well, what else do you do with a rare book? You put it somewhere safe.
Our people have a tradition where we'll sometimes in a particular holy site we'll bury a box with items of significance and or scrolls, and then when our people next return, which can be many years later, we can unearth it and see what has changed. Perhaps he's something like that.
Either that or they needed to keep him safe.
Kygphran tips his head and I think there's something more than that, Ghadi. And he gestures, like he points at the kind of deactivated golems around the room that you're in. These weren't protectors. These were jailers. The ferocity with which, well, the ferocity of which they were attempting to. I've had my fair share of unending imprisonment. I just have a feeling that these were here not to keep things out, but to keep this, he says, gesturing at the epitaph, in.
Do you know we can hear us?
The epitaph has turned its attention to Kygphran, and Kygphran visibly kind of shirks away slightly, like takes a rare step back, like the shoulders raise a little bit. Observation. You are correct.
Epitaph, how do you say it? Query? Why are you in here? What happened?
Explanation. Based on previously loaded warning, it can be deduced the knowledge contained within this unit was deemed dangerous and or heretical.
And yet you weren't
Query.
destroyed.
By who?
So what was that, Tim?
I just said, and yet you weren't destroyed.
Hypothesis. Perhaps containment of unit designate Epitaph was deemed safer than destruction of unit designate Epitaph. Alternate hypothesis. Unit designate Epitaph may have been scheduled for decommission. However, unexpected parameters leading to fall of the Eldervar may have prevented plans being brought to action. Kygphran looks to the five of you. Do you consider yourself a weapon? And the Epitaph slowly turns its head to regard Kygphran again. Observation. Based on security protocols enacted by Ancestral Designate Eldervar, it can be assumed that Unit Designate Epitaph is a weapon. Accessing Arcane Mana Reserves, and you watch as lines of green light begin to trace between the grooves of the armor plating, and the gems that festoon firstly its hood and the diamonds along its gauntlets begin to glow. And the Epitaph holds its hand up, and you watch as this jade mote of light, like an orb of light, appears above its open palm. And then the Epitaph slowly sort of begins tilting its head like a child looking into a fish tank at an aquarium. And you watch as the light begins to solidify into white marble. Confirmation. Arcane conjuration protocols active. And as it says that, the fingers of the open hand relax, and the white marble orb melts back into a jade green light, and then vanishes like starlight.
So we're keeping him, right?
Kygphran kind of everyone's looking around, and Kygphran says, this is as fascinating as it is. I have retrieved what I have come for, and as we promised, he says, glancing to you, Cooper, and then you, Griffin, anything else of importance or use for your fight, your battle against Ekso, is yours. Enjoy your epitaph.
Cute.
Kygphran, who told you that something like obviously the person who wanted something down here was like, you've got your thing, fine, cool, but who knew about something like this down here?
Kygphran my patron has discovered many of Elsewhere's little secrets. And my duty is to simply investigate them. And if they prove to be useful secrets, I bring back what is required of me to bring back. I've said to Cooper in the past, and I was not being false. We knew of the location of this vault, but we did not know the nature of it or what lay within. I couldn't even begin to dream of a construct as sentient as this, he says regarding the epitaph. This is a marvel. I suspect if my patron did in fact know of this, the existence of this epitaph, she would likely want me to bring this back, but that is not what I've been asked to do, so that is not what I shall do.
Let's keep it that way. We have
I think
held up the bargain.
Correct. As per our agreement, you have helped me to achieve what I have come to. You've helped in allowing me to obtain what it was I was to obtain. Everything else here is for you. I see
not
you've
disputing
also.
that.
I see you've also found some other loot along the way.
They do, yes. I'm not disputing that. My request is that this does not get passed on either. I would consider that only fair. If it is out of sight, it is out of mind.
Kygphran looks to you, and there's suddenly an almost dangerous look on his face. You know just as well as I do, Cooper, that future tasks will fall outside of any contracts that have been agreed upon up until now. But my patron is fair, if nothing else. If she deems it necessary to investigate this epitaph further, then perhaps we can come to some sort of new agreement. It's just business. I'm sure you understand, of all people, Cooper.
Sure.
It strikes me that a fine business decision is that we have another way to prevent this information leaving this room if you'd rather not agree with us.
The Kygphran raises his eyebrows. I can't help but get the feeling that whatever this epitaph is capable of will likely be truly useful in your battles to come. What you decide to do with it after is completely up to you. I'm sure having this marvel help you, I'm sure having this marvel help you save the Titan Isles before you put it back into storage isn't going to endanger anyone.
Do not make enemies of us, Kygphran. We've come too far for that.
Kygphran nods. That was not my intention. Well, with that in mind, shall we? The 5 of you have an archipelago to save.
I feel like Cooper will. I think he will just not really care about Kygphran at this point. I think he goes up to the Epitaph. I said we were friends before. We should introduce ourselves. We need your help. We would, if you can help us save this island, it would be amazing.
Query. What is the extent of the aid required and the problem presented?
Knowledge. We need knowledge.
The epitaph nods. And you find it slightly jarring to see it do such a mortal gesture. Confirmation. Unit designate epitaph has knowledge. Query. Not query. Declaration. Unit designate epitaph requires further exposure to acknowledge scope of threat.
I think Cass will consider this and turn to Cooper. That thing you can do, your connection to Ekso. Can you do it to him?
I don't really know. It kind of comes and goes. I can try and share.
Cass, you remember what we did with the Hammer's Rider?
Yeah.
Perhaps we can do the same with Coop somehow.
That's what I'm thinking. We can make that connection. He can see what we're facing. My family's always believed that knowledge is power.
You don't have some sort of mind reading ability, do you, Epitaph? That'd save us some time.
The epitaph. The epitaph once again turns its palm, its hand palm up, and another like light orb of jade light materializes above its fingers. Explanation. Place your hands within the mote of light to link etheric flow. Data can then be processed.
Okay.
Well,
Right.
hold up, though. Because, you know when we saw MacGyver? Not MacGyver.
Magulva.
Over.
Malgulva, yeah.
Malgulva. Remember when we saw Malgulva and she was like, you know, she was corrupted by like an orb, wasn't she? Like, what if he's gonna just zap your brain? Like, how do we trust him? He's just like a guy that's just come out of the earth. Like, what if he's evil? You might just touch him and then you'll go mad. Durr.
You can hit him with an axe.
What, Cooper? Well, I guess.
No.
All right, I'll have we'll have that as an underline. If Cooper goes mad, I will kill him.
I expect nothing less from you, Abe. It's fine. Okay.
You know, it's like a dog that goes a bit weird. You just gotta.
We get
It's
it.
the kindest
We get
thing
it.
to do.
It is really. It's fine. Okay.
It's the hardest thing that anyone has to do.
It's killed the rat boy dragon.
Murder their dragon.
Oh, that film, Old Yellow Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Always just got me.
Yeah. Oh.
Cooper's like, no, I can't do this anymore. Right, I'm just gonna put my hand in the.
Okay. So, Cooper, you're putting your hand in. Fundamentally, like, obviously this is a bit sci fantasy, but this orb that is conjured is effectively like a hub, and anyone that connects to it, like touches it, will be able to like mind meld, mind link with, and then the Epitaph will be able to read the mana.
No, thank you.
So Cooper's putting hand in. Who else is? If anyone.
No.
Just
I'm
Cooper.
gonna see if he goes mad first.
Okay.
Cooper's our canary.
So Cooper, as you put your hands into this orb, you have this, like, your knees buckle slightly, as it feels like the floor has just fallen away from underneath you, and the walls of this place soar off into the distance until it feels like you're just floating in an empty space of jade green stars and constellations, with this orb being the only thing anchoring you in place. And on the other side of the globe, the unblinking gaze of the Epitaph. And you feel like the space has become so large, you feel cold. You feel weightless in this moment. What memories are you bringing to the surface for the Epitaph to chronicle?
I'm going to show him our first fight with Ekso.
Okay.
I'm going to show him blowing up Dorashal from what I remember and the after effects of that.
Yep.
I'm going to try and concentrate on everything I can in regards to, like, anything that involves Ekso's connection to me. So any time, like the first time he appeared in the mirror and talked to me, anytime he's tried to speak to me, the vivid, like, visceral memory with man's heart.
Okay.
Just like it memories of Ekso connecting to me and talking about Kygphran and all that stuff.
Okay. Observation. Threat designate Ekso Draven shows signs of etheric contamination. Speculation. Threat designate Ekso Draven has become corrupted by presence of primal mana. Assessment. Threat designate Ekso Draven considered threat level absolute. Continuation of threat designate Ekso Draven's objectives will result in catastrophic damage to Vault. Conclusion. Eldervar Vault must be protected. Conclusion. Unit designate Epitaph will aid you in the battle against threat designate Ekso Draven.
Good. That's great. Thank you.
Observation. Individual designate Cooper shows signs of corruption of divine magic.
Yep. Figured that might be the case. Can you fix that? Do you know how I can fix that? That would be great.
Calculating. Observation. Arcane corruption shows similarities to deity designation Kygphran. Conclusion. Divine corruption is deep set within the physical construction of individual designate Cooper. Corruption may not be removed. Hypothesis. Power derived from corruption may be used by individual designate Cooper.
Okay, that was kind of what was happening. That's good. At least that's fine. It's not causing me more harm. Right. Okay.
Clarification. Use of latent divine mana within individual designate Cooper has not yet been achieved.
Oh.
Ooh.
You got secret powers.
Okay. I think Cooper's just like, what? like he thinks about his invisibility that he's suddenly been able to do, and he's like, oh, okay. That's
And he's got a bucket of pig blood.
Got to carry this man.
Okay. Well, thank you for this. I think. I guess with that, Cooper will remove his hand from the orb and hope he just goes back to where he was.
And the world shrinks back in on you.
Did we hear anything of that conversation, or was it all in Cooper's head?
The four of you plus Kygphran witness Cooper place his hand into the jade green orb, his knees buckle, and then he falls. His hand is removed, and Cooper is kind of gasping for breath.
Abe grabs him.
Okay. And
Who are you?
like for all intents and purposes, like it has been less than a second. Well, it's probably it's been a second at most. But Cooper's put his hand in, knees buckled, and he's fallen backwards to be caught by Abe.
Fire right into his face. Eyes look normal. Abe's just like this close to his face.
I forget you don't know much about personal space. I'm fine.
You feeling alright?
Yeah.
Alright. We got Abe from further.
What? It's fine. He's gonna help. I assume he pronouns. We should check that. I don't. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Alright. Let's drop him again. Fine.
Confirmation. Unit designate Epitaph identifies as it.
Oh, it. Okay. Cool. Well, what happened? Because you just like put your hand on him and then you went, oh, and then you came back again.
I felt like I was flying in the air, which was weird. Showed him all the Ekso stuff. He was like, "Yeah, big problem." It was like, "Yeah, big problem." Apparently, secret for all of us, the Kevofa thing. I have dormant power. Have not yet used. Don't know what that is. If anyone would like to assist me with that, that would be great. Could be useful. I don't know what it is.
Is it like
he does look a
dormant
little panicked about
like
this.
dormant, like, but it's Kygphran. Oh, not Kygphran. Shut up, Kygphran. Kevil. Not you, Kygphran.
Sort of Kygphran.
Just pops in from off camera and you're like,
Kevofer, do you really want to like release that like power?
I mean, if it helps with Ekso, willing to give it a shot, but I don't know.
Is it the same kind of power as Ekso though? Because he's gone a bit doolally if I don't.
If nothing else, I will just quickly jump in, Cooper. For the first time in a long time, you recently had this feeling of like unity with the voice in the back of your head at the concept of going toe to toe with Ekso.
Ekso essentially pissed Kevofa off, so I think Kevofa's actually on our side at this point. So, like, it feels okay. It feels okay. Like,
right.
Weirdly, okay. Yeah, if I go mad, yeah, do the thing. I'm for it. But if it helps. If it helps.
Alright, well, does anyone else want to touch him?
don't let him take your knowledge, Abe. Your valuable knowledge.
Oh yeah, I'm not touching him. I got way too much in here going on.
Professor Abe, no!
My encyclopedia of animals.
If no one's offering to mind link with the Epitaph, Kygphran sort of like looks round to the five of you, and I'll head outside to make sure that there are no Imperial soldiers or patrols that have come searching for us.
No. You stay with us. You stay with us for the time being.
If you have need of me, you'll find me outside. And yeah, Kygphran begins walking down, say, this circular dais that you're stood on. That was once this large 60-foot pillar that kind of rose up through this spherical room. He begins walking down the steps and then sort of like out, but back fundamentally the way you came.
I don't trust him.
I'm in two minds if we should have let him leave here in the first place.
You want me to go get him? I can get him.
Should we just get out of here now? Have we got anything else we need to?
Well,
get in
can the epitaph move? Like, does he walk?
Yeah, now it's free of the pod. It's taken steps out of the pod.
Not like a little baby Yoda, it just goes around.
One last question, Epitaph. The item that the man who just left took from this room, what was it?
The epitaph turns its head to regard Kygphran, assessing. Individual designate Kygphran appears to have obtained a revelation.
Which is...
Explanation. Revelation. First meaning. A tome of knowledge. A receptacle of understanding that may be passed from one to another.
So
Seconds. Explanation. Revelation. Translated. Apocalypse.
Oh, good.
That's such a down. It's like really brought the mood down. It's like we have a new friend. What do you mean he has an apocalypse? What do you mean?
Apocalypse. Just put it in his pocket.
So, Nerd Corner here. Turns out the word revelation literally has two meanings. One of them is when you find out something unexpectedly, and also the Greek is the Greek word for apocalypse.
Hate that.
Love it.
But within the I suspect it's probably you may well have just had the reactions you've had. But bearing in mind what the epitaph has also kind of explained, that the Eldervar seemingly have criminalized knowledge, and the warning that the epitaph was unable to access some of its memories, if you will, and that warning that it had read out, knowledge has become the death of us. We have learned too much.
I think we should get out of here.
Okay.
Got places to be and Exos to fight.
Okay.
Punch in the nose.
You just bring this guy with us. Chat GPT over here.
Okay, so are the five of you making your way out of this Eldervar vault?
Yeah.
Me and Abe grabbed some loot, so at some point we need to know what it was we looted.
Well, tell you what we can do, real quick. So you managed to acquire 6 bits of loot. We're going to use the same loot kind of generation mechanic as before. These can either be more permanent loot rolls or more powerful but one-off consumable rolls. However, your 6 each of the 6 loot kind of tokens that you loot points that you harvested during the exploration of the vault, each one equates to either 2d12 or d12 plus 6.
Well, about big, potentially large battle? Do we want to go powerful, temporary, glug?
Yeah, do we want to go health potions or do we want to go potential weapons?
Well, yeah,
I'm mostly just excited to roll the biggest possible number, so you should probably ignore my opinion on it.
Do we want another glider?
Yeah.
Do we want another glider?
Yeah.
Like
Eldevar glider.
If any of you take a moment to kind of speak with the Epitaph about it, as an alternative, let's say, so each roll can be on one of those two tables, either 2d12 per loot point or d12 plus 6, or a loot point can create a tier 3 weapon or armor of your choice. Like, the Epitaph can fundamentally mold the marble into your weapon or armor. Because clearly this solid marble-like material is malleable and made of mana that the Epitaph can conjure and construct. So you've literally been walking on magic this whole time.
I'm walking on magic.
Demonetized.
So
We weren't monetized.
We're monetized?
Mariah Carey's going to come to steal our monies.
So each loot point equals tier 3 weapon. Is that what I'm
So
hearing?
each loot point will create a weapon or an armor, and then we just we upgrade your weapon or armor to tier 3. Or yeah. Or we use it to roll on the loot tables.
No. I was like,
Say that again.
Say that again.
With your mic.
for me.
You're getting so excited you're no longer talking into the mic.
Can I have one loot point for me to make weapon?
To make weapon big.
Weapon
You've got
big.
a tier 3 weapon.
Oh, am I? Can I have 2?
Yes.
You got 2 hands, haven't you?
Can I combine my current tier 3 weapon with my other tier 3 weapon to make a tier 6 weapon?
No.
Ah!
We haven't invented duct
You
tape
can,
yet, so.
and then the sheer awesomeness just explodes. Just melts. He becomes starlight.
Oh, I thought I was a tier 2 weapon, not a tier 3
No.
weapon.
Old reliable is now new reliable because it got upgraded.
Yeah.
That's what
I thought that was
marble
tier 2,
edging.
not tier 3.
It's tier 3.
Ah.
So, yeah, Abe's got tier 2 armor, Cooper's got tier 2 weapons, Griffin's got tier 2 weapons, Cass has got tier 2 armor, Ghadi's got tier 2 weapon.
What about the rifles?
So the rifles are tier 3.
Okay.
Nice.
So,
I think this
however,
has to be tier 2 stuff. No.
I will gently remind Cooper and Cass that there was a point where Cass was enthusiastic about inspecting these weapons. Because right now, you're just pulling the trigger. You don't 100% know what's going on with them.
Yeah, true.
That's right. Cass is very happy to have a look at these. And also our new friend.
Okay.
So just to check, so we have 6 loot points.
Correct.
We could essentially all of us have a new tier 3 weapon each,
So
and then
if
have it.
you-
You could do that.
You could spend 5 points, and then all of you would end up with both tier 3 weapons and armor. Whereas at the moment, between the 5 of you, you've got either a tier 3 weapon or tier 3 armor, whatever you decided to upgrade in Ricefield now. So yeah, for 5 points, you could just outfit everyone with
I
level.
wear armor.
You get a shield. Get a tier 3 shield.
You can get some tier 3 knuckle dusters.
Swing on your horns.
Can I, can I my horn?
Have a little helmet.
My head bash. Right.
So if you
Head
want to
free,
spend,
head bash.
if you want to spend the loot points on rolls on the tables, you can either chance it by rolling 2d12, or you can like get a safe bet by rolling d12 plus 6. And obviously, the better stuff is higher up on the table. So it's like play it safe or gamble. Because obviously, if you gamble, you might roll 2 3s. And then if you roll, you might roll 2 12s. You don't know.
I'm definitely a lot more excited for rolling for stuff than for getting like a guaranteed plus one armor or whatever.
I don't wear armor, and I've already got a tier 3 weapon. And Dan said I'm not allowed to dual wield axes, so
gotta get that gachapon fixed somehow.
Yeah. Roll the glider. Roll the glider.
Roll for glider.
I'm good then. Let's do it. We're all on for gamble. Let's
Like
gamble.
time, let's go.
What are we doing?
3-1.
Consumable or item?
What size is the table that we're rolling on? Like,
It's
Yeah,
one,
Yes.
worth using every single dice for one huge thing, or just like
it's 1 to 60.
Oh gosh.
Mm.
Okay, that's There is a chance we could get like a potion of water breathing, which isn't going to help against a massive fire.
And we
going.
already have one.
And we have one.
Just chug it in case.
Fall in the water on a
Okay.
fiery battlefield, just in case.
So, okay, first things first. How do you want to split up your loot points? Do you how many times do you want to roll on the table? Fundamentally,
We want to roll at least twice. I think
At
once
least
for
twice.
consumable, one for
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, you just do
So
2.
do
You
you
do
wanna
1
go-
consumable, 1.
Yeah.
Do you want to go 3 and 3, which would be 60-12 and 60-12, or do you want to weight them differently, like 4 and 2, 5 and 1?
Do 3 and 3.
Yeah,
Three,
3 and 3 sounds like a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so are you doing 1 on each, or
Yeah, 1 on each.
Yeah, one
one
on
on
each.
each? Okay, so on the loot roll, say if you're spending 3 of the 6 loot points that you gained last session, do you want to roll 6d12 or 5d12 plus 6, 4d12 plus 12, 3d12 plus 18? Like, how many of your 6 do you want to lock in as a 6?
We can't hit the 60 if we lock them in, guys.
Let's just
Just saying.
Let's just do it.
Let's do it.
Most
Okay.
random.
Tim is almost vibrating, so I'll let
Go on,
Tim
Tim.
roll
Go on, Tim.
60-12.
Go on, Tim.
Amazing. All
Go, Tim, we
7s,
believe in you.
baby.
This is on the loot roll.
Okay, how many d12 is it, sorry?
That's 60-12.
6 d12. A delicious loot. Here we go. It's moderately good.
That's nice.
40.
40. I mean, so, I mean, the Epitaph, like, takes the items and then kind of unlocks and kind of remolds and resculpts them.
Any interest in gliders?
And presents you with an infinite bag. When you store items in this bag, they are kept in a pocket dimension that never runs out of space. You can retrieve an item at any time.
How's
Oh,
a
bag
big
and hold
bag?
it.
Can we just put Ekso in it? In you go.
Just one live at a time.
Can we put our new best friend in there? Like you put a
Yeah,
mobile
true.
phone, just put him in the bag.
Put him in the bag.
You have an infinite bag. Okay. Does anyone want to rob Tim of the opportunity to roll again?
Please do. I'm not feeling good about my infinite bag.
I can do it. 60-12.
60-12.
Come on.
Unless you want to lock in some 6s.
No, 60-12. Go hard or go home.
No.
Go, Nate, go.
Should have locked some 6s.
Any two.
A 22.
Yeah.
You can apply this salve to your neck to breathe underwater for a minute to your level.
Goodness.
Yeah, let's roll again.
Cass has manifested the water breathing potion.
I'm so sorry.
Well, go on, Dan. Let's roll again. We've been ever so good.
Very useless items.
Okay, tell you
Rivers.
what, I will. Like the Epitaph has acknowledged that you don't seem
This
too
is shit.
jazzed about this walking.
Like, just Griffin's face, like, oh.
Oh, this again.
Well, you got one of those.
It looks like it's like the home brand version of the one you've already got.
Aldi.
I will let you reroll in exchange for D4 fear.
Ouch.
What do you say, guys? I mean, Dan's got no fear at the moment, so it's either Dan has no fear,
We need to help the poor guy out. Come on.
and we just have water breathing salve, or
As we face the giant fire breathing titan.
yeah,
Underwater.
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 What if we push him into the sea?
I can confirm that the Raging Inferno is unlikely to be fought underwater.
I think let's do it. He's gonna
Yeah,
gain fear at some
Go on,
point.
Dan, have your fear. One, there you go.
Oh, you got lucky. You got
That
lucky.
means we
One fear for me.
Does that mean
Right, someone
we
else roll it.
roll the bag as well for what?
Do you want me
he's
to roll
got
it this time?
Yeah, go for it, fear.
So
it's 12,
do you
yeah.
want to lock in some sixes, or do you want to free ball it?
See, if I don't, and I don't free ball it, and we still get a bad roll, I was like, what's the point? Might as well just do all D6.
Yeah, go for it.
So,
22.
It's just if you lock in, four of them, you definitely can't get the guild salve because it'd be 2d12 plus 24.
Think how funny it'd be to get the gill salve again.
Think of the
being
shot.
so desperately tempted. Oh, okay, look. I'm gonna do.
I mean, 3d12 plus 18. You'd be very unlucky to get the gill salve.
Fine, I'll do 3d12. I'll do 3d12.
3d12
Manifesting.
plus 18.
Manifesting.
You're looking for a
Okay,
1-1-2 to get gill salve.
Go.
Almost.
Okay, 14 plus 18, 24, 32.
What is it?
God, that's a
If
face.
it's water again,
This is
or is
worse.
it good? Is it the smooth side?
No,
This is way
it's
good.
once again. What is it with you lot? I'm rolling 22 for the gill pack, the underwater breathing, and the Homit's secret potion, which makes your next attack an auto crit.
Yeah, that's
Got
Hey,
another
nice.
auto crit potion.
We're taking auto crit.
Okay,
Auto-crit
so
potion
infinite
was
bag and Homit's secret potion. If someone can type that in the chat, just so I remember to add that in a sec. Congratulations, you have used your loot. Cool. So as the five of you make your way out of the vault, you kind of head back into the entrance hall, back up the marble stairs until you emerge out onto that kind of triangular dais at the back of the hall, the cave that has the like the Imperial camp. And yeah, as you kind of weave your way between the Imperial positions and then merge out, begin emerging your way out into the daylight. Just real quick, between Cooper and Cass, the extent of your before we go to break, do you want to explore the rifles you picked up?
Yes, please.
How are the two of you going about doing that?
Oh, yeah.
What is it you're
we wanna-
you're investigating?
Do we want to show them to the Epitaph, or do you want to look at them directly?
Yeah.
It's like, what do you think of these? No, I don't know what.
I think
what's
Cass
more
would
suitable.
probably like to examine the epitaph as well,
Mhm.
considering it is basically a living library. There is a part of her that is very excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there is scope for her to be examining both.
Okay.
Well, not to break them.
I mean, if you're looking to, in invert commas, kind of investigate the epitaph, you can definitely that might be better as a full-blown kind of interaction kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the guns, certainly. I mean, the guns can't talk back if nothing else.
Who's got the better? I suppose it would be knowledge for analyzing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got +2. What do you have?
0. It's Cooper. Are you surprised?
Do you want to spend a hope to help? Give Cass advantage.
I can spend a hope to help. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Cass, as you're as you're looking this rifle over properly, as you're kind of making your way out, please roll me knowledge with advantage. If you want to spend a hope for one of your experiences, by all means.
What's my hope doing? I've got 3 hope. I think I'm going to keep it.
Okay.
Just in case I sense hope is needed on the horizon.
Sure. The bag and the potion are in Ghadi's and Cooper's bags, respectively.
21 with fear.
21 with fear. Okay. So as you're heading up, you're able to, with your familiarity with your pistol or Cooper's pistol, Alimony. There are similarities. There is a mana gem of some description held within, but unlike your firearm, which fires a literal blast of kind of mana, like magic, out of the barrel. In your case, lightning, a blast of lightning. This thing seems to channel the mana that's held within the gem through a series of interlinked runes, which then there's no barrel, there's just this sort of 2 prongs, fork at the end of the rifle. So the mana almost seems to coalesce between those prongs, and then as it's propelled forward out of it. So it's in that sense, it is more akin to Ghadi's staff, conjuring mana and then firing off into the distance, or a wand or something like that. But the thing that's curious is that, unlike Alimony, where the mana crystal is integral to the construction, fundamentally the Alimony is built around this lightning charged mana crystal. The mana crystals within the Imperial firearms are removable, almost on a clip, if you will. And they look as you kind of go, as you're weaving through the Imperial camp, you can see that there are a number of these almost clips scattered about. And within each of them, so fundamentally they're kind of clicking these mana crystals into place, firing. And then with your inspection, 21 with fear, you've acknowledged that actually the crystals have a finite amount of mana in them, unlike, say, with Alimony, if you kept on pulling the trigger, it will eventually, the shots would get weaker and weaker. So you almost need
it's a powerful weapon, but it's got a limited number of charges.
And it seems that the clips that Cooper, that they're in the rifles that you and Cooper have. So the fear is that the clips are almost empty. It's difficult to say how many shots they have left until they deplete, but they are nearly depleted. And having a quick scramble around in the camp, you find that the other clips that you can find unattended are also somewhat depleted. But the truly worrying thing is that as you're inspecting these gems, trying to gauge how much is left, how much mana is left within them, the mana within is arcane in nature, but it's arcane in so much that a soul is fundamentally arcane mana. And these mana gems, these disposable mana gems, appear to be contained souls. And thinking back to the blood-chilling screams whenever the triggers are fired, it would appear that these rifles are fundamentally firing blasts of literally some poor soul's soul.
The guns are people.
I think
Guns
if
are
you
people.
The guns are people.
does Cass explain this to Cooper?
Not in that tone of voice or in that way.
The guns are people. Yeah,
The guns are people. Go back.
Yeah. These are soul gems. If you want another, okay, I don't need to give you the alternate. These are soul gems, and the sheer morality of that is just so far distanced to anything that you would find in Avermore. And then it dawns on you that every one of the soldiers has a weapon like this. And every one of those soldiers has numerous clips, numerous soul gems to install into the rifles. And perhaps, I won't speak for you, but perhaps it's a bit of a reprieve that there are no more Imperial soldiers that you can see. So with that little ray of sunshine, as you emerge out of the cave, 2 little rays of sunshine, the first thing you acknowledge is how much redder the sky has become. A direct result of the encroaching wildfire that is ripping through the Titan Isles from its northeastern corner. And where the sky is red, it will soon give way to the blackened smoke that pours off the flames that are engulfing the island at an exponentially increasing speed. So, with that in mind, as the 5 of you emerge, find Kygphran stood on one of the mountain ledges looking northwards towards the raging inferno. He turns to you and says, "Rest as well as you can. I fear there will not be another chance before your final battle." And let's go a quick break. Well, yee! So, we will disappear for 10 minutes. Then we're going to do some happy time, long rest stuff. We're going to have some natters, and then that'll be it. So, if you're watching, thank you. Thank you for watching on YouTube and on Twitch. If you haven't already, consider subscribing on YouTube, following on Twitch, and joining our free Discord. If you want to support us, you can do so by becoming a member on YouTube, a patron on Patreon, and that will give you well, for a start, it will just warm our cockles, but also there'll be some extra content, especially when we move out of campaign 3 into future things. Yes, let's all grab teas and wheeze. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Bye bye. Hello and welcome back, world, to Explorers of Elsewhere Live. Hi, welcome, hi. My name's Dan. We are the Explorers of Elsewhere, and we have returned for part 2 of episode 19. Oh, we're literally at the tail end of the campaign. We are nearly there. So, with that in mind, we rejoin our 5 heroes, our 5 adventurers. I suspect you're on the sort of like the pathways, the outcrops, the outcroppings around the mountain path that leads up to the entrance, like the mining entrance that the keepers of Riceville Nar had kind of established. But with that in mind, like, are you taking the opportunity to like set up a camp, or are you just sort of like finding logs and stones to sit on?
Can you see me? I can't see anyone.
No, we can see you, Livy.
Yeah.
Do a little refresh and we'll see if that works.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, are you? I suspect. Well, are you taking the time to set up a camp, or are you just kind of getting
I think we
a reprieve?
will probably want to make a camp, like, it's going to sound, a camp to which we can see like the advance of fire.
Sure.
So probably like not an elaborate camp.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry.
Sorry, I just want to check as well. Like, how long have we got until Riceville Nar is very on fire?
I would say just a bit longer than a long rest's worth of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I mean, maybe slightly less, maybe slightly more, but yeah, it would seem that like you are looking at, like, the doomsday clock is at 11:58 right now. Like, you're almost there. Like, you're almost at the time where action becomes mandatory. If you're setting up a camp, the Epitaph, as it walks out into the like late morning light, it turns its head skywards and regards the world. And Cass, I think it's you that sees the Epitaph kind of looking over in your general direction as you're discussing what to do about the camp. And it once again turns its hands like palmwards up, manifests a mote of light that then solidifies into an orb of marble, and you watch as the Epitaph creates a series of like tents and seats, and like windbreaks, just everything out of the smooth white marble that the vault was made of, that it is seemingly made of. And it fundamentally creates a very like a high quality, like a good, comfortable camp for you to spend some time in. And as it does it just kind of acknowledge, like, it seemingly is acknowledging what it's done, and then it begins to levitate off the ground, and then kind of floats about 10 to 15 feet up in the air and rotates to face the wildfire, and then its arms kind of go limp at its sides, and it just seems to be watching. But yeah, you have a camp. You may not have an incredible amount of time, but it'll certainly be relatively comfortable the time that you do have. So with that in mind, I'm going to start down in the bottom corner. What is Ghadi's 3 long rest activities?
Can I... Let's have a look here. I need to clear stress because I'm on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Would anyone like to prepare with me? I'll prepare with Abe. I feel like last time the poor boy was really struggling.
I'm actually maxed out on hope, so.
I was.
I'll fine, whatever.
Completely maxed out on hope. I would.
Too good for Ghadi. Does anyone need some hope?
I was going to prepare as
always
well,
need
so
hope.
I can prepare with you.
Cool. Sounds good. And I will work on a project. No, I won't. I will. Use. What's it called? I'll use Forager, I think. So let's move that out. Move that in. Forage is an additional downtime move I can choose. I roll a d6 and I see what I get.
Okay.
It'll be something hopefully handy. Here we go.
Come on, water breathing potion.
Okay. What is it?
Gill salve. It's a luck charm. It allows me to re-roll any die.
Ooh.
Or whoever uses it. It's just a lucky charm I found rooting around at the top of this mountain.
Okay. So you've got a lucky charm. If you note that down, and then I'll create an item for it. Okay, so you're de-stressing, you're foraging. And what's your final? Your third. Well, I suppose it is your final.
I was prepping with. I was prepping with Griffin.
Griffin. Okay. In which case, if you gain your 2 hope and Griffin gains 2 hope. Yeah. Griffin, we'll jump up to you. What are you doing with your remaining 2 activities?
I only have 1. I'm not like Ghadi, who has
Long
3.
rest. So you get 3, right?
No, you only get 2. It's just Ghadi that happens to get 3.
Okay. What's your remaining long rest?
I mean, if anyone else wants to do another prepare, because I don't.
I'll do a prepare.
Yeah.
I need hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to do 2 prepares to gain 4 hope.
Griffin, as you're being the little prepare slut, what are your respective prepares with Ghadi and Cass looking like? Paint me in a picture.
If I can, I would like the prepare to be a chat that I want to have with Ghadi in a moment anyway.
Sure.
And probably the same with Cass as well.
Cass wants a word.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Very good. Okay, so we'll come to back to those in a sec. Okay. Speaking of Cass, then, what's Cass doing? So she's prepping and
she'd like to clear some stress because she is stressed.
She's stressed. Okay. Very good. So if you clear down your stress, let's jump across to Cooper. What's Cooper doing for his 2?
Well, I was gonna ask about a prepare, but
you can prepare on your Jack. It's fine.
It's fine. I think you can actually.
Yeah.
I know you can. But I also have an armor slot and some stress to clear, so I think I'll make those my priority because I do still have 2 hope. So it's not so bad. But I was like, that could be really handy to have a hope. I'll use the time to clear some stress and to repair my armor.
Okay, you notice as you're going to repair your because you've got the marble inlay coating across your shoulder, some of your shoulder protection and whatnot. You notice that while you're in the camp, this marble almost, for all intents and purposes, almost seems to be knitting itself back together, like it's self-healing, even. And you can't help but glance up at the epitaph as he sort of hovers overhead.
Tips his hat.
Yeah. Yes, you yeah, if you roll your armor and stress, we'll clear those down. And finally, what's Abe doing?
I definitely need to repair armor.
Mhm.
So I'm going to roll my repair armor, see what I get, and then I might need to repair my armor again
Okay.
with my armor slots.
What's this? I almost made you run out of armor.
So can I do that if I do that? Oh, there we go.
Oh, Livy, if you're not going to be able to heal, Dan, can I retrospectively?
No, I can heal because I rolled
Use
a
a healing
9 for my
skill.
armor slots, so I can
Oh, great.
do all of my armor,
Okay.
which is great. And then I'm gonna tend my wounds as my other one. 10 hit points.
You just max yourself out, haven't you?
Nice.
It's nice.
It's nice. Perfect.
Okay, very good. Right, so everyone is relatively topped up. Yeah, you're looking better than you were a little while ago. Okay, so with that in mind, let's start with yeah. So Griffin Ghadi, when you were preparing, yeah, talk me through how that goes, like what was happening.
I think Griffin's gonna sort of wait until Ghadi's on his own, sort of like probably sort of sitting by himself. What would Ghadi probably be doing, Tim?
Yeah, I think I'm probably a little way away, kind of sitting cross-legged, just looking out over the forest fire.
I think Griffin will come and sit next to you and just say, "Can I sit here?"
Of course.
I've been working on something for when we sort of have like a little bit of sort of time to think. I've been working on something, so how I manipulated that sending stone, like.
Oh yes.
So I've been working on that a little bit, and I made you something, and he's gonna just hand you just like this normal pebble, and he sort of just shows it to you without any explanation. Oh, so you can touch it, and it plays that song you told me, where the wind blows to. So when you get homesick, you can hear it, and I mean it's not great because this is the first time I've done it. But if you, hopefully, it just makes you feel a bit better.
Yeah, I think Ghadi just hugs him. After a little bit, you can feel that your shoulder's a little damp. Thanks, Chris.
You're welcome. I sort of wanted to grab you out of earshot of everyone, if that's all right. You told me something a couple of nights ago. You were really open with me, and I haven't been honest with everyone. And I feel like if there's going to be a time to be honest with everyone, it's probably now.
I'm sure whatever it is, we've had our share of revelations. What's going on? Are you right?
He's going to reach into his pocket, into the pocket of his jacket, and he's going to pull out this letter. It's sort of burnt around the singes, like burnt around the edges, and it looks like it's fairly worn, but it's unopened. I've had this for a couple of years now. I'm too scared to read it. Will you read it for me?
Well, you've given me a gift, so it's the least I can do to return the favour.
He's going to hand you, shaking, he's going to hand you the letter.
So, Nate, please roll me a d3 or a d6, because in the background there have been 3 letters written by previous players on the channel, and one of these 3 letters is contained within the envelope that has just been handed to Ghadi. So not even Nate knows what's in this envelope. Please roll me a d6 or a d3 so we may figure out which it is. Okay, so you roll a 6. If I'm going to whisper this to you, Tim.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to appear in your Foundry chat. Ghadi. And it is up to you whether you, well, I guess it's whether Ghadi reads it out loud or not.
Oh, of course. My dearest Tobias, do you remember the painting which hung above the bed in my chamber? The proud lighthouse standing defiant amongst the crashing waves, the beacon of safety, defiant in the face of storms. As hard as love for me. I'm sorry. Sorry that I shunned you in fear of your affliction. My mother's scripture poisoning my mind with fear, my voice with bile. How silly I was to listen. How silly to assume a devout man could follow you and treat me like you did. And yet, I have been betrothed to one. The ceremony is tomorrow. I shan't be there. Meet me at that lighthouse. I shall wait there for 90 days and nights, its flame the candle I hold for you, Tobias. Come to my beacon. Be my safety. If you do not, then I know your decision, and I do not blame you. With regret, hope, and love eternal, Diane.
Wow. She still loved me. She still loves me. She was my fiance. It was arranged, but through awful political bickering, we fell in love. But when this happened and he sort of goes over his eyes, she had so much fear in her eyes. I thought she'd gone. Maybe she's still waiting. Maybe.
Ghadi.
Mm-hmm.
As Griffin says this to you, as he asks the question of you. You look at the letter again, the delicate handwritten script. Your mind rings with the recent memory of Griffin telling you how long he has had this letter. Years. And your eyes fall on the words 90 days and nights.
Griff, or Tobias, Toby, what do you
Griffin,
what do you prefer?
Please, Griffin.
Griffin, these aren't the words of someone who gives up after 90 days. Let's kill this bastard. Let's find her.
Yeah.
And then you'll know.
I might have a little bit more of a challenge. I really believed she'd given up on me. And I've made a deal with Kygphran. I've made a deal with him to release Cooper from their deal. And after we finish Ekso, he's gonna return me back to Sorrowwind. He's gonna return me back to my father. I'm next in line. I'm next in line for Stonehouse Wrath. And I ran away because I didn't want to be part of that. But all of this, I know that I've got to now face him. And now this,
Griffin, it'll be a huge challenge, but bigger than killing a man who's eaten a god.
True.
You're stronger than you think. You're positive in the face of everything. And you'll be okay with this as well. Whether you escape again, you got away once, I'm sure you can do it twice. Whether you can change him, whether when you become in charge, you can shape it.
I don't think I can change him. But I can try and change something.
All we can do is the best we can. Follow where the wind blows.
And he'll smile at that and give you a hug as well. Thanks, Ghadi. Wow. She still loves me.
We move away from Griffin and Ghadi. Where do we find Abe? What's Abe doing?
I think Abe is he was sitting on his own. I think he's just sort of obsessively watching the fire get closer to the village, and can't take his eyes off of it. I think just unsure of how long, just knowing that sort of everything rides on the next few hours, basically.
Yeah. As you look up, firstly at the Epitaph, and then sort of like across the camp to your fellow companions. What is the prevailing thought in Abe's mind? Like, Abe is not a complex man, but he sits in the shadow of this impossible construct, preparing himself to face off against a literal inferno, consuming his home island, an inferno that threatens to devour his own daughter. Where's Abe's head at, based on where he was only a few days ago?
Yeah, I mean, his very small world has been turned completely on its head in multiple ways, in which he has put aside large amounts of his past. He's finally got a future relationship with his daughter that he never imagined. He's got a future relationship with some other people that he would never imagine. Like, he's actually kind of likes these people. And then he's seen technology that he couldn't even comprehend. And gods that he couldn't even comprehend. So his entire world has been completely turned on its head. And despite that being incredibly overwhelming, to say the least, I think he's even more determined that things they just have to go right. It has to happen. There is so much riding on this that he can't. Yeah, it's do or die. And I think he's very aware of that as well. And he's kind of happy with that. If his fate, if he dies for an actual cause that he thinks is worthy. Whereas I think 3 days ago, thinking of his death alone in a hut.
So, as this kind of grim determination sets in, as you glance at the flames that tear across the Titan Isles, there is a moment in the way that they flicker that sparks a memory of the flame red hair on Ekso's head, and you're back in that memory, the two of you in the river. One of the last times that you saw Ekso as a young man. He was only a young man then. But as your focus returns to the present and you see what Ekso has become, what is your feeling and or disposition towards him? Towards this boy you watched grow up.
Yeah, I think he wouldn't know this quote of absolute power corrupts absolutely, but I think that is kind of sums up he understands the feelings that maybe Ekso would have had, feeling out of control and a need to prove himself, and it's almost like he's strayed so far from the path. He's not the boy that he used to know and never will be. But it just feels a bit it's just sad. It's just sad that someone has turned to such means to prove themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as you take in a deep breath, tinged by the smoke that rises from the north, we peel away from Abe and head over to Cooper. And Cooper, you have, from across the camp, I suspect you will have seen Griffin speaking with Ghadi, them kind of sitting together for a little while. And then Griffin kind of saying his, finishing his prepare action. As Griffin leaves elsewhere in the camp, I believe you wanted to have a moment with Ghadi.
I did. I think Cooper's had a lot on his mind. And I think he's not a man who enjoys sitting with his emotions. I think they get very heady and very overpowering for him. So that's why he is very good at brushing them off or pushing them away or being comedic. And I think now he has to really sit with them. There's no real time. He might not have time to sit with them ever again. So for a little while today, he's been sat thinking about everything. Not just this story, but the story of before. The adventures he used to have with Cass when they were young, and before the eschaton, and what that was like. And he just needs to ask Ghadi some stuff. So he finds a moment when Ghadi's not preoccupied. Just gives a kind of welcoming wave to make sure he's not distracting him from anything. You doing good?
Good might be a bit of a stretch, but well, I doubt any of us are feeling too hunky-dory about the thing.
Yeah. Look, I swear to say thank you. I think we kind of underestimated everything, and you've been so good at helping us figure stuff out. I would have been just a mess, having to try and figure out what was going on. I shouldn't have even really been here. It was kind of a coincidence. And I just really wanted to say thanks. You and Cass seem like a good team.
Thanks, yeah, I mean, it's been really lovely to see you all accept us so much, especially you, obviously, because I know it's things are a little bit awkward between the two of you.
Yeah, I mean,
it's really close. We're obviously very close, so it's.
Yeah, about that. I have a question, actually. And you can see, again, because Cooper's just very good at brushing his emotions off, in the only way that a dragon's scent can blush, there is a sense of, redness in his scales that are a little more red than normal. It's are you with Cass? Are you dating? Can I see to know? This is really strange. It's none of my business if you are. I just kind of want clarification, if that's all right.
We're colleagues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, I don't know. We had a very strange conversation. We met 2 days ago, and it never really got resolved, and a lot of stuff happened.
Sugar mother.
Colleagues, HR nightmare.
I mean, look, Kate, I've not known even her that long, and I like to take my time to get to know people before I even really consider that kind of thing. It's counter question.
Okay.
Were you hoping my answer would be no?
I think again that blush is still there. Well,
Kate,
the other.
I have recently had reason to think about what can happen if we love someone and we let them slip through our fingers.
Yeah.
So if you need to talk to her maybe before we get incinerated is a really good time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good shout, really. Yeah. The other night when we were fighting Pfizer and I thought I don't think I can do that again without her knowing. You know?
If it's any consolation, I've seen the way you two look at each other.
Well, supreme hatred. It's not hatred.
It's
something, but it's not hatred.
It's definitely a little messy.
Yeah.
And whether you'll be back together or what, I don't know, but you clearly still feel for each other, and I'd be letting you both down if I didn't say that.
Thanks, Ghadi. Hey, if anything does happen to me, could you keep an eye on her for me? Just in case?
I'm sure if anyone's going out first, that'll probably be me. But yeah, if I'm still going and you're not, but well, I'm not leaving until I've got every last one of you I can out of there alive.
Yeah. Thanks. We've got this. I think.
And sorry about your holiday.
Some holiday. Well, at least it'll be warm soon. Not the kind of warm I was hoping for.
Not quite sunsy and sandy.
Maybe next time I can go somewhere cold.
As we linger on the two of you sat side by side in the camp, we pan away. Where do we find Cass?
So where is our good new friend currently?
The Epitaph.
Yeah.
The Epitaph is currently kind of hovering about 10-15 feet overhead.
Unreachable.
You can fly.
I can try, but then take that precious post, which we do not have.
You certainly within sort of like summoning range if you wanted to call the Epitaph down.
No, that's right. Cass was going to consider taking its head off to see what's inside that helmet of its.
Yeah.
It's part of being research. You've got to take it apart sometimes.
I guess there's bits of the other robots we killed on the way out. If you want,
It's
you
true.
want to bring one of
You
them
drag one of those out.
Yeah, Cass is like, go on. In the background, all these very tender conversations. Cass
Yeah, we just missed out
Any investigation you have done into any parts of, because like Ghadi chewed one of the golems up, but yeah, any investigation into the golems from the vault have revealed that they seemingly have just been reduced to nothing but like an inert stone, like a brittle inert stone-like material. I say that how it works, baffling.
Magic.
Magic. I guess if you're busying yourself trying to sort of like unearth these secrets, I guess one question I would pose to Cass. Since this morning, there has been quite an important revelation in the story of your family. Where now that you know the name and the nature of what caused them to disappear, this world spirit called colossal, how does that, I mean, you don't have it, it's not as if you have a face to the name, but you now have a name to the name. And you also know what has become of colossal. Where is Cass at? Where's her headspace? Is she distracting herself, or?
Cass is very much distracting herself. I think this is the kind of problem that, I mean, when she's faced with a problem, usually in more recent years, shoot that thing. In earlier years, research that thing. But I think this is the kind of problem she's realized that she can't research her way out of, and she can't really shoot her way out of either. It's the thing that took her family is essentially gone. It's been transformed. It is an aspect of Ekso now, as far as she's concerned and aware. And that is something that they've already tried to fight, defeat, and did, irreparable damage to a small island, and now they're going to have to try again. So all she can do is try to research every aspect of this that she doesn't understand and attack it with the same kind of ferocity with which she has attacked finding a world spirit. So I think that's her she's using it as a force to drive her usual kind of internal rage.
Perhaps as you focus, as these kind of thoughts clatter around your mind and you focus on what you're doing, you feel a shadow kind of pass over you. And as you turn to find out who it is, the Epitaph has landed on the ground next to you. Conclusion. Threat analysis complete. And it turns to regard you. Hypothesis. Threat designate Ekso has been corrupted by primal mana. Confirmed. Further analysis of primal corruption shows 2 variant strains. Accessing databases. Primary strain, Burunam. Secondary strain, Colossal. Hypothesis. Primal mana corruption suggests primal entities still exist. Hypothesis. Defeat of threat designate Ekso relies in removing primal corruption from threat designate Ekso. Calculating chances of success. Incomplete data to achieve accurate assessment. Speculation. And then the Epitaph looks down to you. Removing the primal infusions within target designate Exodraven may be your route to success.
And how would we do that?
Speculation. Based on observations made from mortal designate Cooper's memories. Threat designate Korhizal is intertwined within soul of threat designate Exodraven. Hypothesis. Entering into arcane space within Exodraven will allow you to find the roots, the seeds of corruption.
Entering arcane space. Is that... in what way? The way that Ghadi can, or the way that Cooper can?
Clarification. Primal mana corruption has resulted in an etheric exo visage around threat designate Ekso. Hypothesis. Breaching the exterior will allow you access to colloquial, the soul of Ekso.
Whatever that looks like now.
Within the soul of threat designate Exodraven, hypothesis, one will find the seed of corruption born of designate Burunan and designate Korhizal.
And we just take it out. Well, that's presented more questions, but you're very handy to have around.
Acknowledgement. Declaration. Further data is required. And the Epitaph noiselessly lifts back off the ground and then returns up into the skies over the camp.
Just tweens away.
And then he had to go back to his home planet.
This is Iron Giant, like Superman.
You good.
So, Cass, with that little pet talk in mind,
Enter his soul. Take that shit out. Leave. Bish
We're
back.
shooting out of a gun.
you, as the Epitaph kind of returns to its position, observing the flames, like the wildfire, you spy across the camp Griffin, who's been sat with Ghadi for a little while, get up and sort of like wander off, and yes, it reminds you that you have words.
Griffin's been having a lovely little revelation. Cass is going to go make his day worse. You hear her footsteps behind you wherever you've decided to sit.
Oh, hi Cass. How's it going?
learning more information.
Oh, that's good. It's like, how is Mr. Epitaph?
I think I'm starting to learn how to speak his language. He's certainly doing something up there.
Do you think that's how we used to talk? Like we used to, like people, like in the oldie days. Do you think that's how we spoke?
Might be something to ask him. I've never seen it written down, but
Actually, there's quite a few questions I've got for him. Like, does he eat? Does he sleep? Does he feel? Does he feel love? Do you think you feel love?
Does the Epitaph dream of
Yeah.
electric
Yeah.
Griffin, I have some questions for you.
Oh,
And she sits down next to him. I think, in light of everything that we're about to do, and of everything we've just learned, I think some of us should be coming clean.
oh. What? I mean, if you've got something to tell me, I'm happy to listen. Is it about Cooper? Because you can tell me. It's all right. I won't tell him.
What deal did you make with Kygphran?
Oh,
Cooper made one. We know what that is. And now it seems you've made one too. And if we are going to have to face something, like what we're going to have to face, I think we should know exactly what we're dealing with. And if you have something else going on.
I made a deal with Kygphran to remove Cooper's bond with him. Basically made the same contract that he made with Cooper in exchange for Cooper to be free from it.
Why?
Cooper's my friend. He's got stuff to live for now. He told me that he just sort of just goes from here, there, and everywhere, just going from job to job, but he sort of looks at you and he kind of goes, but it's kind of obvious now that he's got someone to be for again. I'm talking about you, Cass.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Griffin, he ran away from me. He ran away from us. Whatever he's feeling now, that's certainly something, but you shouldn't have taken what he had.
But I know that he needs his freedom more than me now. And I had something that I could make the deal a little bit sweeter for Kygphran.
Griffin, you realize we're going to have to sort this out for you now, right?
I've got a plan. It's all good. I can sort this out, I promise.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah. And if I can't, then that's my responsibility.
Well,
I mean,
we've come this far together. And if we survive the next couple of days, you won't have to sort it alone.
I appreciate that. But it might be something that's a little bit out of everyone's hands. It might just be something that I have to face myself. But it's okay. I really appreciate it. I do. But I hope you'll give Cooper a second chance.
And she sort of glances over to wherever Cooper is bumbling through camp. I'm considering it.
I'm glad to hear that. people run away when things get scary, and sometimes it just takes it. Unfortunately, it sometimes takes something as big as this just to remind them what's really important.
Agreed.
You're right there, Dan.
Sorry, my mouse keyboard just disconnected. Okay. So, as you conclude in that way, acknowledging that sometimes you have to almost be facing like the end of the world, like the end of everything that you know. Griffin, you spy as you kind of look at Cass. As you look past her, you see that Kygphran is kind of stood off on his own, like on a ledge overlooking the forests below towards the flames to the north. And he kind of has his back to you all, and he's just this solitary figure. What do you do?
Griffin will just sort of look at Cass and go like, I've got this. And he's going to get up and he's going to go and talk to Kygphran. He's just going to sort of stand by his side.
Okay. In which case, as you approach, like I say, Kygphran has his back to you. And like his head twitches slightly as he hears your foot kind of disturb a small pebble on the mountain path. And you see him, like, you know that his front is being illuminated in this soft kind of bluish glow. But as he notices your approach, the glow quickly disappears, and then he kind of places what appears to be he lowers his hand away from his chest, and you see that in his hand is this kind of clearish blue or clearish crystal orb with intricate gold banding around it that was clearly illuminating him. And I will say that with your knowledge of the arcane, you suspect that is the same sort of contraption as the sending orbs that Cooper has, that you interacted with. And as you approach, Kygphran sort of like kind of turns his head towards you, not facing you directly, but is clearly acknowledging your approach. Griffin, he says,
I suppose you're gonna head off now. Unless you're gonna help us out.
I'm afraid I have achieved what I have been tasked to achieve. And whilst I wouldn't go as far as saying that I've become enamored with the five of you, I am regretful that this is not a fight that I will be participating in.
Fair.
I'm sure whatever fears plague your mind, it will not be as bad as you suspect it might be. My patron has powerful and holds sway over Lord Sorrowwind, we can negotiate on your behalf. But I do admire your choice, your sacrifice. And he sort of like looks away back towards the flames. We sometimes have to make hard decisions, usually at our own detriment, for the good of those we care for. Then he turns to face you, face on.
If you don't mind me asking, what did you pick up?
There are too many secrets in this new world. And secrets stop bold individuals such as you or my patron from achieving greatness. I sometimes wonder if I am blessed or cursed. I'm told in the final moments before Alicia left the void. In the void that Alicia floated in, it is said, I've been told that a Khan himself peered down upon us, a minuscule speck of dust in a sea of nothingness. We were engulfed in the shadow of his physical form, and I didn't get to see it. But my patron did, and it has set her on a quest, a righteous mission to unearth the secrets that those who would attempt to hide them would keep from us. So this here, this codex, it is full of secrets. And we hope to bring them to the people of elsewhere, so we may live in enlightenment.
Could I see it?
The Kygphran tilts his head and I'm sorry, Griffin. This is too delicate a cargo for me to present.
I mean, I'm going back to my father anyway, so technically we'll be working together.
Kygphran, like he looks down, and then he sort of like looks eerily in. It's as if he's staring directly at you from under his blindfold. And he reaches into a satchel and he pulls out this book-sized block of jade light. It will take us some time to decipher it. But for the betterment of elsewhere, we must.
Can I? I'm not going to take it, I promise. Can I just see what I... Can I just have a look?
Kygphran, like you see his eyes seemingly.
No, I don't.
Like you see the face around his eyes scrunch as if he's almost kind of closing, like squinting at you, scrutinizing you. And he looks down at his right wrist, and red runes appear around it before culminating in the sigil of House Antalir. And then, seemingly taking solace in that, he steps forward and hands you the codex.
What is it? Can I open it? Can I look at it?
I mean, you suspect that this is, like, now that you have it in your hand, you realise what Kygphran meant by, we'll have to decipher it, because fundamentally it's like you're just holding a book-sized brick. Like, it's literally just a block of light. So yeah, to look at it, but I mean, you know that from the vault that this has come from, this jade light becomes the marble. Like, it can be crafted into physical things. So it's a physical, tangential, like, manifestation of mana in your hands, like old mana. We will have the best people working on deciphering it. We have made headway with other vaults that we have explored. We are confident that whatever lies within that tome will soon be ours.
Cool. Thank you for showing me this. He's going to put a hand on Kygphran's shoulder and cast Banish.
As you place your hand on his shoulder, his right hand whips up and grabs your wrist. And his expression turns extremely severe.
Cool.
Before you make a grave mistake, consider the mark that binds us together. Would you abandon your friends at such a critical moment in the pursuit of impetuous brashness? And as he says that, his left hand comes up and tugs at the blindfold around his eyes. And Kygphran stares at you through amethyst pink gems for eyes. The eye sockets around them horribly scarred, testament of the torturous implantation of these crystals into his skull. And now you can see the scowl on his face folding into the scars and wrinkles around his eyes, his crystalline eyes. And he just allows his question of intent to hang heavy in the air. What do you do?
I mean, technically, I'm not going to go with him.
Are you sure?
No, because that's not how it works.
But you are bound, as he said, you are bound by this mark of Antalir. You know, he can't, if you were to incant the words, there is relatively little he can do in this moment to stop you. Do you want to banish Kygphran? And yes is a viable answer.
Yeah.
Ooh. Griffin, please roll me a spellcast check against Kygphran.
It's not in my loadout. Hang on.
I can't look. I can't look.
Oh dear.
I thought Ekso was the BBEG, Nate. What are we doing?
I mean, if people don't want me to,
Alright, do it.
No, do it.
Do it.
The dice fall where they may.
I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend a hope to do my knowledge of arcane magic,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to. I am going to spend another hope for I've got your back, and hoping I can use the excuse that I've got the back of everyone, of saying like, I'm wanting to do this.
Uh-huh. Okay. So 2 hope to add 2 experiences.
I don't know if I want you to pass this or not.
Either, yeah. Don't know how it's gonna go.
20 with fear.
A 20 with fear. On a success, roll a number of d20s equal to your spellcast trait. You have succeeded. I will mark a fear. So please roll me 4d20. So, looking at that, your highest roll is an 18. As you have rolled with fear, the difficulty takes a -1 penalty, so it is now difficulty 17. Kygphran is going to make a reaction roll in an attempt to resist your banishment. He passes on a 17 or more. He does not have any experiences that I can use to help this roll. So it is a straight d20 roll.
Right.
Kygphran looks to you, and as you incant the spells, he grips on your wrist. And what does it look like when you banish him?
It basically just looks like an envelope of flame. It just sort of surrounds, like it shoots out of Griffin's hand, sort of just envelops him, and literally just goes, without even ceremony, just goes.
Kygphran, you see his mouth open to say something, but before the breath can leave past his lips, he's seemingly dusted into oblivion, enveloped by this flame and jettisoned elsewhere. Somewhere you have banished him from this plane of existence. And as you like take a breath, take a sharp intake of breath, your hand where he was, just the smell of fumes kind of lingering into the air. I will spend a fear. As you close your eyes and lower your head, as you open them, you see that on the floor at your feet is the glass orb that he was speaking on when you met him. And it is blinking with a blue flashing light. And you overhead, you feel that the wind around you suddenly begin to pick up as if you're being buffeted by something. And as you're looking down at this blinking blue orb, you notice a large shadow creep over you from over the mountain behind you. And as you peer up, you spy the underside of what appears to be an enormous airship. And the hull that you can see, the hull from underneath that you can see, is a deep green hue. The airship has a Gothic-like architecture built on top of it, and it is seemingly held aloft by 4 large arcane engines. And as you peer up, you immediately recognize the silhouettes of the Gilded Pyre, flagship of House Stonethrath. And as you peer up, everyone else, you see this airship loom into view over the side of the mountain. And Cass, you're the last person to see Griffin. And as you sort of like look up, in a moment where you look over to Griffin, a blue arcane runic circle appears around Griffin's feet. And before you get a chance to say anything, you watch as Griffin vanishes. And Griffin, as you feel the floor seemingly give out underneath you, and you feel yourself plummeting, and you, in this moment, you immediately recognize the feeling of moving through a portal. You emerge onto a cold, checkerboard, polished stone floor. And as it's warm. There is a heavy, smoky fragrance that lingers in the air. And as your eyes acclimatize to the dark, the comparative gloom, and the candle light, like the sconce light, your vision, as it focuses, brings into sharp relief what appear to be golden bars around your immediate location. And as you look around, it almost looks like you're inside a large bird cage. And in front of you, on the other side of the bars, from the shadow, you hear a voice. How good of you to join us, Tobias. It's so good of you to return home, my son. And your father, Lord Gulvarian Sorrowwind, leader of House Stonethrath, steps into the light, followed by your half-brother, Orin. And as Galvarian looks to you, there is a sneer that etches across his face. And as he turns to Orin, make your preparations. Say your final farewells. and without regarding you any further, with a sharp turn on the heel, Lord Sorrowwind leaves and returns to the gloom, leaving you alone with your half-brother. Back on the mountain. Cass, what do? You've just seen Griffin vanish into nothingness.
Well, I think immediately running over to where he's just vanished. Is there still like the sigil on the floor?
So this kind of it was a blue. It was a green arcane rune. The rune has kind of vanished and disapparated. You might be able to. Realistically, it's gone. As Griffin.
She's gonna turn around immediately and yell for the others.
I run over. What's wrong? What? Do you know what this is? What?
Griffin, he just vanished.
What do you mean he just vanished? He's right here.
Well, now he's gone.
Where's Kygphran?
What? Okay, right. Can someone explain what? It's just where are they both gone?
Is the deadly orb of all knowledge on the ground, or is that still with Griffin?
The codex. That was on Griffin's person when he teleported.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, you between the five of you. That's the four of you. Begging pardon. There's only four of you left. You're asking these questions as you're in the shadow of this airship which just looms overhead, and you. Cass, you would, as an Asavar, you would immediately recognize the sigils and the banners hanging off of this airship, highlighting it as the flagship of House Stonethrath, one of the Asavari high houses that sided with Akan during the war. This is fundamentally the throne room of the house, flying overhead, and you know that this is a war vessel.
If Abe could just do a really big jump.
I could try.
I can turn into a bird.
I want to see Abe do a really big jump.
Yeah, me too.
Just hold it down. Just
the
drag
glider!
it.
The glider!
Glider! If only we had a glider.
As the four of you peer up and wonder what it is you need to do, what you can do, Cass, you feel an intense surge of arcane mana beginning to build in the skies overhead. And as you close your eyes and tune into it, you acknowledge that the Epitaph has also turned its head to look at the same location that you're inspecting. And as this large kind of green and gold hulled ship kind of begins listing away from your position, seemingly moving to disengage, you watch as the clouds overhead begin to seemingly draw into a spot, a point in the sky, and then in a flash of blue light there is and overhead the clouds are blown away as a blue roofed circular tower explodes into the sky overhead, mounted on what appears to be a large circular disc held up by powerful silvery blue levitational magics. And Cass, Ghadi, and probably Cooper, you all recognize the architecture. And you recognize this tower as being one of the 7 mage towers from Avamore. And as you see this tower just appear in the sky, you hear like who's looking at the gilded pyre? Who's looking at the Stone Wrath flagship?
Yeah, I'll be looking at it.
So, in which case, as you're kind of looking backwards and forwards between this floating tower and this airship, you see like a number of like orange lights beginning to illuminate across the hull of the Asavari flagship, and beams of fiery magic begin ripping out towards the battle tower, towards the Mage's Tower. And as this kind of aerial battle between 2 ships overhead begins, Cooper, you feel something vibrating in your pocket.
Is it the sending stone from before?
As you pull out the sending stone from your pocket, as you answer it, I'm going to send one of you in Foundry chat some lines to read for me, starting with Tim.
Hello. Is this thing on? Can anyone hear me?
Cooper, you hear this voice coming from your orb.
Hello? Who is this?
We're up here in the massive tower that just appeared out of nowhere.
Who is it?
Who is it, Tim?
Don't be stupid. Who else have you called on this? It's Galena Opperman.
All right. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Pretty big.
Focus up.
Big day.
Give us a
Sorry.
hand.
How are we supposed to get to you?
New line, Tim.
No more stage directions. Okay, cool. I feel like that's really for you to figure out.
All right. Fine. Okay. Let's look to the other side.
Oh, wait, hang on a minute. I think I adjust this like... Yes!
Okay. And Cooper...
Sorry, I didn't see it.
The stone in your hand begins shining brightly. Your immediate thought is that perhaps it's it's shining so brightly it will burn your hand, but it's surprisingly cool to the touch. And the light kind of it moves away from the stone, and this mote of light grows into an image. And in front of you, you see an image an image forms of 5 individuals. And Tim, one final line.
Hope you don't mind. Dragged along a bunch of explorers off the streets of Avamore. Sounds like you need some support. How can we help?
Yay!
And within the battle tower, over the Titan Isles, Galena Orpiment, flanked by Rayri the Ranger, Azakar the Seraph, Cal the Warrior, and Alfric the Bard. As reinforcements arrive and the battle tower begins returning fire, we find ourselves poised for the finale of Campaign 3. And I invite the 5 of you to begin episode 20 as your Tales from Elsewhere characters and Tim as your campaign 1 character.
Baby.
Yo.
Daddy's back.
The daddy's about.
And seemingly better suited than the 4 of you currently are to rescue Griffin from the flagship of Houndstone Thrath. We will call it there. We will call it there as we move into our finale. So, congratulations everyone on completing episode 19. We have arrived at the finale, which will start with the rescue of Griffin Sorrowwind.
Let's add more to our plate. Bloody hell.
And for anyone watching who is unsure who we're looking at on screen, you have a week to catch up on campaign 1 and Tales from Elsewhere.
Do your homework.
And I think now I've been egging to announce it, but we have it booked in, so it's pretty much announceable now. As we move into the finale, we begin with the rescue of Griffin Sorrowwind aboard the Gilded Pyre. That will be next week on Monday, online as usual. We will then conclude the finale of episode 20 in person at Pickaxe Studios, home to Yogscast, where we will pre-record an in-person, prop-heavy, costume-ridden finale, cap out our 3rd campaign in Explorers of Elsewhere. And I'm quite excited for it. So, with all of that said, let me roll down this music and start up the outro music. Because I need to speak to these 5 about part 1 of the finale. But thank you for watching. Thank you lot for playing. We are finally here. The end is well and truly in sight. So, subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Twitch. Become a member or a Patreon. Join our Discord. There's going to be a lot of chatter between now and the finale, and we wouldn't want you to miss out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for playing. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.